Alright, good morning everybody, good morning. Just a quick quality check. Can you hear me, see me properly, guys? Let me see the market. Amazing. Let me see the chat. Good morning Alan, good morning Nicole. Alright, that's perfect. Okay, let me see, just a moment. Okay, alright. You know my pre-market analysis, so I don't explain. Let's see what the market wants to give us. Finally, hopefully it's gonna turn to be bullish, and that's amazing. I want to see London high to be taken on Nasdaq. Good morning, Dominic. Alright guys, what's your premise for today? What your anticipation for the day? What you're waiting for the market's gonna do? Let me see, you see my trader weight. Let me check the screen. There we go. Yeah, now I want to see Nasdaq to hit the 65. Otherwise, market is a scam. Let me try to adjust my color here. Okay, ideally I want to see actually London high to be hit. But like, come on Nasdaq, it's like a 1 point. Here we go. Okay, let me see the chat, guys. Please don't forget to like the video if you're new to the channel. So now I have the screen here for the chat and everything. So perfect. Yeah, London high was like a 100% move. I would like to see pre-weekly high, if I can be honest. Guys, don't forget to like the video. I see much more of you actually watching the stream and I had less like. Please, it's just one click from your side, but it's a big help for the channel to grow. Here we go, London high. Beautiful. We had the C2 6 a.m. reversal. Nice. For a 4 hour time frame, if it bearish, then I can anticipate higher prices. Sorry, bullish. Yeah. So nothing right now. I'm still waiting. Good morning, Insectist. Well, as I mentioned in my pre-market analysis, I'm trying to go with the trade. Don't try to I don't think so it's still high. I can see expansion towards pre-weekly high easily. I need a entry, a confirmed entry, and that's it. Inside this expansion candle, there is a 30-minute sweep, there is a 15-minute sweep, so probably the next 15-minute candle can provide us a 1 minute changing state of delivery to target higher prices. I marked this one in my Discord group, but I didn't take because that was based on H4, so this is not valid anymore. The M15 is bullish as well. I want to see something like this and target this pre-weekly high. I hope I'm gonna have an entry. Price is flying. So Ellen, you're a bit worried about to take any trade, at least longs. Yeah. So I anticipate retrace if the price actually reaches a significant high or low. I don't want to see retrace because it expanded that much. I want to see retrace because it reached a significant high, and currently it reached its past tense as well. The London high is a significant high, so we can anticipate V-shaped reaction, consolidation, manipulation, distribution, or retrace and going higher. That's why I'm not jumping into the trade. I'm waiting for how the next candle is gonna expand or show its hand and look a bit tricky. We are bullish now, as Nicole said. Okay, okay. Let me see gold. First, let me see crude oil. Yeah. So the C2 on crude oil, the C2 was already disrespected. That means the C3 is not valid anymore. Okay. So just a moment. Here we go, huge reaction on Nasdaq. 7, wow, that's a huge, almost 100 point. So that's why I'm waiting for, right? The 1 hour time frame, I'm gonna stay on the 1 hour time frame. So crude oil, this C2 is not valid anymore. Let me just cross it. And if we have this, then there's gonna be a bullish changing state of delivery. I can emphasize how important to adapt to the market, okay? Not just blindly follow patterns. Okay, let me see gold. What do you say, Nico? With gold, you like to see 1 hour bearish order block form to see if we can finally get alignment with the daily bearish. Yeah, but even as I mentioned in my pre-market analysis, I'm not happy to touch gold, so probably I will look only possible entries on indices today and nothing else. This one so far looks really bad. Took Asian high, took Asian low, took pre-market high. But we're gonna take out this like this and then higher. It's not ideal either, so we will see. No rush, no rush. That's the most important thing. I don't want to go on a lower time frame too long, 1 minute, if I cannot see at least a strong alignment with the medium and higher time frame, or at least protected high or low on the medium time frame. So I'm waiting. Don't forget to press the like, guys, if you like the video. That's gonna help to grow the channel. Thank you so much. Pam pam pam, pam pam pam. All right, Dominic, what's your market plan for today? What would you like to see on the market? course, my boys, they have been longing on. Let me see what time frame. 1 minute time frame. Sure. SP 500 looks much stronger, and we had these interesting two candles. You see, Nico, 5 o'clock and the 6 o'clock 1 hour candles on Nasdaq and SP 500. You see the differences? I don't think so. We have that's studied that price action. That's important. Okay. Yeah, we got the news again, like 42 US Secretary of State Rubio on Iran deal. We are not there yet, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, let me see, Alan. You said 630 area to me is 50% of the H4 week. Okay, I mean, it's really easy to for frame, like daily is bullish, right? Do we have a changing state of delivery? Not yet. If we have, probably this is a low of the day on Nasdaq, and this is a low of the day on SP 500. Nothing like overcomplicated idea. I would trust what the daily expansion from the daily point of interest, the 1 hour continuation. Ideally, it would be better if I see a closure above the London high, but if that is a low of the day, because that was the lowest candle, and then that turns to be actually protected because it's closed above we have. So ideally, even based on the idea, this should be a 1 to 1 hour trade. Because honestly, this 1 hour formed 8 o'clock, and if I go on the 7 hour time frame, the session liquidity, we already went higher here than the London session, right? Ideally, I want to see closure above this and target these low resistance liquidity on both assets. In the 4 hour, exactly the same. We swapped the low, so that was a manipulation. I would like to see if 10 minutes it's gonna close bullish, both and this one as well. Even the 15 minutes 4 hour clock point of interest, 15 minute changing state of the very can be a good idea to target to previously high. I wouldn't really overcomplicate right now. What happened? New York swapped London and made the C2 on the session liquidity and the 4 hour candle as well. 10 more minutes and we will see the direction of the rest of the day, and that's it. Okay. H2 candle, Alan. Yeah, me too, Dominic. That's why I'm. Just a moment. That was a fly. That's why I'm not really overthinking. I don't really care if it's a 1 hour 5 minutes entry or a 4 hour 50 minutes and a 1 minute entry. Ideally, it would be great if I see a 4 hour point of interest and 15 changing state of delivery and the C3-4 continuation higher, and I would target 29,775. If we're gonna sweep on both assets the 4 hour time frame, then we have to rethink our idea, what the price wants to do. This is not the idea candle on 1 hour time frame. Here we go. Nasdaq is tanking, dude. 720 and now it's 580, 88. That's crazy. That's a big move. Nicole, I wouldn't even look for any trade until 10 o'clock, not even 50 minutes, 1 minute, nothing. I want to see how this first hour candle is gonna set the range, and what I want to see is following the idea. We had the consolidation, we went higher, swept the Asian high, went lower, and now we retrace back to this area. If we won't close above this level now, that would be a bad sign. We're gonna go lower, but then I cannot understand this move. That was a Judah swing, right? But why do we have that? We had this consolidation here, we manipulated out of the range, and the London was going lower. So ideally I wanted to see retrace during the Judah swing 930 and going lower, and after I will short if we close below the daily POI. And that means daily price daily anticipation would have been actually disrespected, but right now this is not the case. Right now it's not really identical, the two of them, so I'm still waiting. The gold just literally has been ranging, and not just ranging here. So that's one range on a 1 hour time frame. We were like ranging here too, up down, up down, up down, up down. This is not like a directional phase, like trending phase, right? Crude oil, that's something. Disrespected the C2, and if it makes a C2 here on a 1 hour time frame, then guys, if you want, you can long towards this London high. I wouldn't, because crude oil is really sensitive, the headlines. Okay, let me see the chat. Yeah, me too. I do wait for 2 and 10 o'clock. You said we had the red news. I can't see anything at 10. I see a ECB negotiation, but nothing like this is just a orange. Yeah, but the orange shouldn't be that strong. So orange should have the current direction to go towards. When we have a red, that can be a manipulation. So we will see what I think 10-15 will be the ideal to engage the market, and because of 10 to 10-15 we're gonna see the 10 o'clock candles manipulation, and then we can reframe our approach towards the market. Right now it's nothing. Right now we're just chilling. You don't wanna be like, let's just jump in on the trade and bullshit like that. Of course, people are shorting already, guys. Why I have a dude? Why, dude? Why? What's wrong with you? Why not? Damn. And now you break even. I mean, dude. I don't know. These people like. Yeah, it's going against the person who's shorting already, but the person didn't have any change in state of delivery in any time frame. So why? Just tell me why. And we have a news as well. Yeah, I see the SPX gap, guys, but SPS gap should be a confirmation, extra confirmation to short after when you had a changing state of delivery on the micro time frame to actually give a premise that the price wants to go lower, right? So no on the 3 minute, no on the 5 minute, no on the 2 minute, guys. We had on the 1 minute, but literally you really want to short, like this is like a gambler short, right? Like a classic ICT beginner student, they usually short this trade. Oh yeah, we have the London high sweep, we have the changing state of delivery. This is a breaker block. Dude, this is not a breaker block. Do you see any fucking swing low here? Literally, tell me, where is the swing low here? This is the swing low. Swing low means we have two higher lows around a lower low. And where? Tell me where? This is high, something higher. This is higher. There is no swing low, guys. Why are you shorting? We had a closure right now. Okay, here. You will short if the price here, right? Now we close below. We retested. This is a breaker block here. This is a breaker block here, and you could short from here. Put your stop loss above your breaker block, and then target 2R, something like this. But does it look like want to expand lower? This one? No, this is consolidation. So probably this one is not a 1 minute. This one probably a 30-second market maker sell model, which means this can be only the retrace before the price goes higher, because the consolidation, aka time distortion, appears at the -2 and the -2.5 level. So if I see the price breaking the range, then maybe on the 1 minute I would join and short, but right now it is a range high. Let me just annotate. This is a range high and this is a range low. End of the story. The price is consolidating both on the indices, probably because waiting for the orange news, aka liquidity injection, right? We have exactly the same here. Let me just put on the 1 minute only. Here, this is your range high. This is your range low. Ideally, if the price wants to go lower, you want to see a range high sweep and then going lower toward this low. But this one is a high resistance liquidity as well, so probably it can sweep this low and going higher. So what I think is gonna happen, we're gonna have something like this, not like this, because this one is a high resistance liquidity, this one is a high resistance liquidity, and I think even if we sweep, we're gonna go higher from here. So you understand, guys? Let's just wait. This should be labeled as a M1 breaker block. Well, that blindly to take any breaker block is really like immature, like a classic beginner ICT traders does that. Let me go on the 50 seconds time frame. I think you can see my 30 seconds, sorry, chart now. Beautiful. Exactly. So 75 to 18. Let me try to annotate here. Standard deviation 75 to, here we go. You see, guys? Dude, you see this? Now we get the rejection, and now if we have a closure on the 30-second chart, then we can short towards -4. But you see now the reaction, what happened? Manipulated out of the range. That was a news, the news candle. And let me just open here. So right now we want to see closure below 599 on the 30-second chart. 599. Here, let me just make the coordinate. No closure yet. 40 more seconds. Okay, probably we're gonna have a closure now. There we go. And ideally we want to see the price coming to this -4 level now. let me just annotate that is the level here. It's 90 98.5. Yeah, exactly the same. Okay, so out, close below, this is the closest liquidity. We left failure swings, so I want to see this level to reach in the next couple of minutes, guys. You understand, guys? You understand me, guys? So now we had a 1 minute changing state of delivery. So this can be a short from here, but we already retested, so you can enter here, put your stop loss here, you target this level, but that's not even 2 hours, so I wouldn't really try with my normal accounts, but probably it's gonna hit in the next couple of seconds. Like this level 31 is coming, that's like almost 100%. We have a failure swing again, you see here, guys, 30 seconds failure swings into this internal liquidity, which is still actually high resistance liquidity, but now it's created 2 short-term failure swings. Nah, won't get rejection, Nico. No. Why should it, like, so what fair value gap? The fair value gap is here, 31 to 28, the 1 hour fair value gap. Oh, reaction, yeah, okay, my bad. No, yeah, no. Yeah, it's good. It can be a clean short towards actually this 32 level. I want to see 32 to die in the next couple of minutes. Let me go back to 1 minute time frame. So 32, this level. What is this level? I want to see this level to hit. This 32.50. But I'm not in the trade, let me annotate. Sadly, this is not my entry model. Alright guys, press that like button, okay? Let me see if the price is gonna hit this level. Just smash the like, okay guys? Just smash the like, guys. Smash, smash. Come on, go daddy. It's your birthday. Let's go, Nasdaq. You're the weaker one. You wanna go lower, baby? That's your lever, baby. Just a quick move. Oh yeah, no daddy. Oh jeez. Just go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Holy moly. Where is my crystal ball, guys? Where is my crystal ball? Alright guys, you understand the 30-second market maker sell model. I can't show in trader rate because sorry, not in trading view because I don't pay for that data, but I have the data on the left side bottom of the screen. Do you see this here on the left side here? That's a 30-second chart. Okay, you see the market maker sell model from this high towards this low, and I annotated on a 1 minute time frame. Do you see this, guys? Do you see? Of course. Smash that like then, please, and thank you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna delete because I wanna have an entry. By the way, I'm up 12 hours this week. I'm not really keen to press a button, but if I see something, I will smash. I will enter because money is money, right? Doria, Dominic, did you see this 30-second market maker sell model? Let me tell to Alex. He's a member of the Discord group. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. All right, let me go back to the 1 hour time frame. So what happened on the 1 hour time frame? We had a low of the day set. Beautiful. What I really don't like here on SP 500, the price first of all has a shallow wick. Second of all, went already lower than the previous candle. So probably we're gonna have a C2 here. I hope so. So 51 more minutes, which is crazy. Went more, SP 500 moved more than the previous 1 hour candle in literally like 510 to 86, and that was 516 to 91. So in 9 minutes the price moved exactly the same what the previous hour actually provided. So I want to see a C2 here and target the previously high, and I want to see a C2 here as well. So I don't want to what I want to see a consolidation here on the lower time frame and slowly moving up to make this small body huge wick, because that's actually doesn't supports expansion. So I want to see open low high close after the C3. So I'm waiting. Okay, go at this lol. I don't want to talk about what's the name, crude oil. All right, let me see the chat, guys. Tap, pop, pop. Yeah, Nicole, I want to see a C2 from the fair value gap. Exactly. What? Yeah, I mean, like, what would you take? I don't understand. So I recommend you to the 15-minute or whatever smaller fractal if you have clean direction. Okay. Yeah, Nicole, exactly. I like how active you are. Good job, good job. All your taxes are accurate. You improved a lot. Lol, Daddy, yeah. Morning, exactly, it's morning. Crude oil, no 1 hour change later. Yeah. That's a garbage. I wouldn't touch it. Now, right now, Trump is tweeting about iron XYZ, iron blah blah blah. I wouldn't touch it. Yeah, Cristobal. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to use cocaine and scalping like 5 second charts. That's crazy. I know people who are really good scalpers, dude. They like, you know, I don't want to talk about, and they make millions of dollars a month, and they working with the big industries. I would like to work with the big hedge fund companies as well one day. So that's why I'm studying to better and better. But the first stage is my own private capital, and of course, this what I'm doing right now here. So, all right, Nicole, grab me a coffee as well, please. All right, Alan, take care. Have an amazing rest of your week. I send you a message in Discord. Please don't forget to check it. And yeah, don't forget to make your weekly recap. Okay, guys. Nilsson, how are you? You are new to the channel. Welcome to the family. And let me see what you. Hey Yolo, can you demonstrate your deviation? Yes, of course. So standard deviation. Please, before I start to talk about the standard deviation, make sure you like the video and write down in the chat what do you know about standard deviation, so I know what level I should talk about. Okay? And thank you. I'm gonna go and grab a cup of water until, but Nielsen, please write it down. What do you know about the standard deviation, so I know what level are you at, so I can explain from that level, okay? And thank you. All right, I'm back. Nice. This is what a reaction I want to see. I want to see a huge week. So that means the price won't expand and give us an entry to target pre-weekly high. And of course, the shallow wick what we have at the top of this 1 hour candle, that's actually a really nice target too. Okay, let me see the chat. Oh, I wanted to see how you have a setup in your FIPS. Okay. There is nothing crazy, brother. Let me show you. Nielsen, let me show you. Are you here? Let me show you. That's it. And this is the manipulation. That's it. Taram. Dominic, let me see what you have on NQ. It can be a great C2. Exactly. That's why, Dominic, when I post my pre-market analysis in the Discord, I always try to talk in the way that if this happens, then we're gonna do that. So if the daily anticipation failed, I need a confirmation on the medium time frame that daily anticipation failed and we actually made a high of the day and we target lower prices. So right now the daily anticipation is bullish, right? Even if there is exhaustion on, because this is a C5, C4 already, depends on the approach, but we actually made a bullish changing state of the delivery from the 1 hour time, from the daily time frame, and I only change my bias if we actually reach the pre-weekly high or we closing below, because that case this is gonna be a high of the day or it is gonna be a seek and destroy day and we go all the internal liquidities. Because you see, we took out this, then we took out this, now we took out this, and if the price goes this low of the day, then probably it's gonna take out this, and this is the signal that's gonna show me, okay, just close your chart, Norbert, because the market is in not a good environment and there is no way you're gonna frame a proper trade. Doesn't make any sense to short from here to here because not the trending environment where the fractal works. Okay, so Nielsen, there is a I just deleted right now, but there was always, no problem, Dominic. Only thing, I read your rules, okay? What I would like to tell you, Dominic, when you write down your rules, please revise your rules and try to say on the way or frame it on the way, okay, previous day candle, was it bullish or bearish? Did the previous day candle reach any higher time frame? PDA, yes, no. If yes, then. If no, then. And then you go. Previous day candle was a C2 or a C3 or just a bearish or a bullish candle. Okay. Do we have any obvious doll on the daily time frame? Pre-daily high, pre-weekly high, and the rest of history. So, and then you go based on the C2, C3. You know how you can frame daily POI. You know already. Your knowledge is huge. Then, did the price respect the daily POI? Yes, no. Did the price establish low of the day, high of the day? Yes, no. And you cross all these, check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark, and then, okay, are the medium time frame, higher time frame aligned? Yes, cool. So I'm gonna look for long or short. It depends on the direction, right? Did we have a C2 from the medium time frame PDA? Yes. Then I'm gonna long towards what? The obvious doll, and that's it. Let me see. No, it didn't take. 8, it's still 9 o'clock, still intact, Nicole. actually it left failure swings like 2 points, but didn't take. Okay, so that means we're gonna have what, probably SMT between the micro gold and gold. I mean, I use MGC1 and right now it's 4,499. I don't think we had MGCM. We have an MGCM. I have an MGCM in my here, and then it's 4498, exactly the same. Let me go on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, it didn't take. It's still intact. 88.4 here, 88.5. Yeah, so probably then we're gonna have SMT and the price gonna reverse. I don't know, I don't like to use let me go back to the 1 hour time frame everywhere. Okay, yeah. If this candle is gonna close below 464, then dude, price gonna die and go 250 at least. This is a huge bearish reaction. Did we have any news? Alright. Traders fully priced in a quarter point Fed hike by the end of 2026, sorry. By the way, guys, have you read these UFO files? I really want to watch and all the documentaries around that UFOs. So Nasdaq just reached the volume area low. Probably if the price wants to reverse, that's an amazing spot to do that. 29,500, it's a run number as well, so nothing for me yet. Yeah, Nico, you should. I wanna watch that too. Thank you guys so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. So, and then if the price wants to reverse as well, the best if it's gonna respect the 50% of this OB, which is the last 1 hour order block, right? And I want to see price closing higher than that one. Okay. All right, Dominic. Take it easy, and don't forget to upgrade your rules as I mentioned in the Discord, and don't forget to do the homework, which is a recap. Choose Nasdaq, crude oil, gold, or SP 500, and find all the C2s on the daily and try to frame the C3 direction based on the criteria you have, and then just post in the group, and everybody's gonna react, I guess. Nicole as well, Alan too, most of us. Okay, have an amazing rest of your week, brother. Thank you. Wow, gold looks so bad. Oh, sorry, now crude oil. I think I'm gonna close crude oil. I don't even wanna, see. Here we go. I'm not a big fan of the crude oil. I don't really want to trade crude oil at all. So by the way, on the 1 hour time frame, this is a range low. It should be the range high, but ideally, let me see where was the swing low, swing high, swing low. Yeah, so that was a range high. I try to always don't be a robotic to see. So what happened from here? The price went here, then here, like this, and then went lower. And that was a low, and the price went, took out the range high, closed back. This is a valid changing state of delivery. It tested, and now it's going lower. So right now, this is the range low. That was a manipulation out. So if it's a 1 hour time frame, we can try to frame a 5 minute. Actually, if I go on the 5 minute time frame, I want to see the range on the 5 minute time frame. And I want to see this one too. Go on the 5 minute time frame. I don't need this anymore here. Okay, so that was a manipulation out, because the 1 hour sweep of 1 hour range sweep, I would say, and this is a 1 hour changing state of delivery here. Okay, so I want to see the standard deviation from this low to this high, and you see the price reach the -4, so probably this is a final TP. Let's see what happened here. We had a consolidation here as we supposed to have. I just don't like this huge retrace back to this fair value gap here, and that was a order block, and that was a breaker block. So now you can see price went back to this breaker block, to this OB, and to this fair value gap before it went lower. Make the new changing state of delivery here on the 5 minutes time frame, and then went back to the upper part of this range, and then just started to going lower again. -4 reached. Probably it's gonna reach the pre-daily low, and ideally maybe gold already reached. Good morning, András. Good morning. And then probably this is like a finished market maker sell model on the 5 minutes time frame. Ideally we wanna see maybe a retrace and going lower for the Wednesday low. So maybe we're gonna see that's the last OB, but even you can use the range low, it's up to you. Ideally maybe you're gonna see something like this, a retrace from here, a new accumulation, manipulation, like accumulation, manipulation, distribution back to this range. That's gonna be a, that was a -4, that's gonna be a retrace before another market maker sell model will appear, right? Let me see my boy. Nasdaq is my girl. 50% of the order block hold the price, the volume area low, and the point of control are pushing the price higher. The VWAP, as you can see on a 1 hour time frame on the left side. And right now, if I have a C2 both of the assets, I would look for longs to target the previous candle high and the pre-weekly high, and all the failure swings between the pre-candle high and the pre-weekly high. Wow, that was a long sentence. Any question, guys? If you're new to the channel and you're not part of the Discord, if you want to be a part of a good community, please find the link in the description. And if you like this knowledge and information that you can hear or have a conversation about, don't forget to like the video as well, please, and thank you. I love when people longing from the 30 seconds or the block. I would wait because right now you have any 15 for sure, so you could frame longs from here to higher, right? On the 1 minute time frame. Open went low and now it's going higher. Let me try to annotate. I would like to see, not this, CE here, CE here. This would be a 15-minute point of interest. I think it's a bit early, and we have a fair value gap here, so be careful. But probably the previous 15 minutes candles, like 28 point, is gonna go higher if there is a significant move. This is a area. Did you have any confirmation on the 1 minute time frame that confirmed the sweep of the M15 sweep? No. You see, Nicole? Not just like that. We have this one candle here, so you could use that one. This is like a confirmation of the M15 sweep, right? So you had the M15 sweep here, but there is no manipulation, just chopped or slow up move. I want to see a manipulation back to this probably area and then going higher. Target this and this high. It's only probably price gonna take only this high, because we have a failure swing here, and this one is already a high resistance liquidity run, you see? So this one is a high resistance liquidity, which means more difficult to sweep this one than this, because we have two equal highs before imbalance, before the order block. So I want to see something like this and then going higher. So here, Nicole, I annotated here we had the OB. I think that you can use this as an OB. This one is the M15 changing state of delivery. But there is no entry, you know that, right? So oké, András, király, oké. Örülök neki. I hate this. Should give us an entry, but understandable it won't give us any entry, because let's see, the price make the protected low here, so it doesn't make any sense to come back below this low. There was a last imbalance right here. Let me annotate this. That's red. Okay, this one is 1 minute. You see, Nicole, there was a last imbalance. Okay, price went back, swapped and started to expand. No, there is like a tiny fair value gap, but come on, no, and this is a fair value gap. So what's gonna happen? Open high, low close, open high, no wick. Ideally I want to see a retrace now, something like this. Here we go. And I want to see a small body. I want to see a huge wick, something like this. Yeah, I think it's better if I wait for the closure of the 1 hour time frame, or even if I frame the 30 minutes. Like if I go on the 30 minutes, we had here these two. This is a 30-minute. Let me frame like this. This is a 3. I'm gonna put here M30 point of interest. I don't need this. I go on 3-minute candle, and this is a M30. I want to see these on 3-minute candle. Okay, so I want to see retrace and going higher. As you can see, the 30 minute hasn't been confirmed yet too. So chill. And then sometimes it goes without you, and that's normal. Price does whatever it wants to do. Onari nasi. Alright, we had this confirmation. That's ICISD. I want to see manipulation back. There is a fair value gap here, another fair value gap here before it goes higher. And probably we can target these equal highs here, this low resistance liquidity here. No entry. But as I mentioned, 29,500 should hold and push the price higher. Let me make sure I don't see all these on different time frames. Alright, Nicola, I'm gonna turn on the volume of the music. Hey, just for you. Alright. That's M15, so I want to see M15 only 1 minute time frame. I don't want to see this on the 5 minute. Why? I do see this on the 5 minute. I see, because that was a 1 minute. That looks nice V-shaped reaction here, right guys? Alright, I'm gonna turn the volume a bit down because Nico's gonna dance on the table and don't monitoring the price action, right? Okay. So this is the whole range. M15 beautiful C3. I mean, ideally I can look for M15 for C4 as well towards this 68ish level. Exactly the same here, because this fair value gap on the 30 minute, so this was a 30 minutes fair value gap nested inside the 1 hour fair value gap that pushed the price higher. And of course we had a tiny 50 minutes fair value gap here as well. I want to put this one on the 1 minute only. I don't want to see this. Exactly. Exacto. Yeah. Beautiful. When you understand fractal, dude, look at this V shape, dude. Nice. All right, 1 hour. I'm gonna wait a bit. Let me see. Well, I still have 20 more minutes, but I'm start to frame longs because I want to see how the price is reacting inside this 1 hour fair value, 15 minutes fair value gap. Because I think the next 15 minutes candle is gonna sweep this high and close back, or maybe sweep this low and going high. I want to see how it's reacting because there is no fair value gap here, just pure dump cross candle. I don't know, I don't like this fair value gap here. We have a fair value gap, and 30 minutes is bearish, the 50 minute is bearish, the 1 hour still bullish. Yeah, I want to wait. But dude, that 1 hour candle on Nasdaq is crazy. Here we go. That's a huge rejection from the 50%. Nice. Exactly. Let me see my boys on the 50-second chart. They chilling. They waiting for the reaction of this level as well, because the whole range what we have right now, the price just actually is a tiny above the 50% of the range. So if I measure, let me show you. I'm gonna go on the 5 minute, I think. So if I measure the range, premium to discount here, from this high to this low, we above the 50%, means if the price wants to reverse on us, that's the ideal spot where they can catch a lot of buyers. Okay, as you can see as well, the weaker asset is actually Nasdaq SP 500, and at the same time, if you go and look for the M15 here, that's a fair value gap. You see here M15 fair value gap. That's ideal area where the price can reverse. I don't wanna see. I'm gonna have an entry, but you know, here we go. It's too fishy to have a fair value gap around the middle of the whole range, because that was the high of the range here, and that was the low of the range, and this is the high of the range and the low of the range. Ideally, when we want to short, we want to short where? We want to short from premium, right? So this can be, and if I use the optimal trade entry, not ICT, but he was talking about a lot. This is as well the ideal area where we can see rejection. Here as well, from that level to this level, yeah, something like this. Okay, let me delete the, I don't want to see this on the weeks, not on the hours, just on a 5 minute time frame. And then on the STI, I'm gonna delete the 50%. Here we go, exactly the same here. Not this one, this one. I don't want to see the 50%, and I don't want to see this and this, just only on the 5 minute. And the STI, I don't need these informations either, I don't care. And this one I don't need, yeah. And I do exactly the same here. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, and this, and this. Here we go. That's it. Now I'm waiting. Always. Let's go. You see the reaction on SP 500? That's why I want to wait for the 1 hour and see and frame the entry 1 hour, and looking for the second swing formation inside the 1 hour candle. Maybe I'm gonna have a long inside the second part of the 1 hour candle. Oh, my mom just texted me, just a moment. All right. Okay. Dude, that Nasdaq 1 hour candle looks crazy. 127 point weak. But this is what we were waiting for, Nico, right? I mentioned that I want to see a huge wick with small body. That's gonna what? Doesn't let expand the candles, so I can have a proper C3. Let me put the 1 hour on my left screen as well of the Nasdaq SP 500. But as well, what I really don't like that SP 500 has difficulties now. Funny to see, again, at the beginning of the session, Nasdaq was the weaker one, right? And SP 500 was a stronger one. Then we can see how the polars are changed, and now SP 500 is the weaker and Nasdaq wants to go higher, right? I wish I could understand properly this. I think it's based on some option collars or something like that, but I will figure out. At least I like the idea that Nasdaq's gonna lead and the lagging asset is the SP 500. That means we have a trend phase, ideally, and then maybe it's better to long Nasdaq because that's a stronger asset. But that means as well we have a bigger range, 135 points. That's the distance from the lowest point of this hourly candle and the current price. Crazy. Gold, let me see gold. Yeah. Dude, I see people shorting here. Oh dude, this is like an easy short. This is like 90 to 88, only $2. I'm gonna go with one mini that's gonna have $200 in a second, and then the price went higher. Like dude, that's crazy. 18 points, and that's, we got $1,800 risk for $200. No way. Alright, give us some entry. I want to make some money. I'm up currently over 12 hours this week, but if the price is gonna give me another smooth entry, then I'm gonna take a shot. I would be stupid to leave money on the table. I have an idea that we're gonna have some catchy news, I guess, soon. The market is too quiet. At least dollar getting stronger. By the way, I think Monday is Memorial Day, right? So I don't think so the market's gonna be open. What do you think, Nicole? So probably there is no stream during the Monday. Oh, Tyler trades longing, but he put already in break even. Oh, Tanya, she's longing. She entered 598. 598. That's okay. Yeah, I think she entered after this inverse fair value gap on the 5 minute here. Makes sense. I think she entered after the closure, retest and then closed. Yeah, she entered here. Yeah, that makes sense. And probably yeah, she put on the 24. I mean, her stop loss a bit big, which ideally should be this candle low, because if the price is retracing back to this inverse fair value gap, then doesn't make any sense that entry. That's yes, so violated. Why did you enter? Like, what you wanna feel? You wanna feel be nervous or what? I don't know the consolidation. I even, yeah, that's pure consolidation. Even it can reverse on you. Because nah, that was of base. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything. M15 continuation. I mean, that's a valid continuation, so don't misinterpret. Let me show, let me see. You have this point of interest here. But there is a fair value gap here. That's why I was like, A. All right, so where did you enter? That's Tanya's. I don't care about that. You just get the pure consolidation, my friend. Let me see on the right. Okay, so that would be your point of, that would be your manipulation, right? So if the entry is valid, we should have expansion, right? In that case, this should be a protected low, right? Means you entered after or retrace of this, so you would have your stop loss here, which is like a 21 point, and you would target this high. What I would do, this is a valid M15, but back and forth. I think, let me try to, the only problem is that this is a range high, this is a range low. This is a range high. This whip is not valid because didn't close below this level. You see, this is still bullish. This is your range low here. And that was your range high. And this is your range high. What happened? Went higher, retraced back and tried to close above, couldn't. And here actually the price went higher than the range high, a tiny bit here, and that was a, you see, just a tick, nothing crazy, just a tick. So this would be your invalidation level, because if the price closes below this level, so right now you had a second, you have the mitigation block here. So that means this will be at the entry and you could put your stop loss here. That should be protected now. The 616, right? No, sorry, this one. So you should put your stop loss 612 now, if the price really wants to go higher. But what I really don't like, this is the range. Let's say this is not a sweep. It is just a raise. This can be a manipulation out before it goes lower. Now it took the short-term high. And this is, again, I wouldn't take because the short-term high is so close. Let me just put here the short-term high. And when we have a short-term high, we can anticipate consolidation while we have our retrace. This is, so what I would do, I would put your stop loss right now here at the level of 612.75, because if it's gonna take this, that's gonna take this one as well, because we build a lot of failure swings. But you now in long, you can press the out anytime, so you don't have to lose, but learn, right? This one doesn't look the entry I would like to engage. And then I want to wait for the, let me put everything here on just only for the 1 minute. I'm gonna go on the 5 minutes because the entry is coming for me as well. Okay, beautiful. We had a C2, amazing. I don't want to see this here. I don't want to see short-term high here. All right, that's a C2, beautiful. Okay, I want to see after this retrace back to the 50%ish of this area. This is gonna be my point of interest. H1 point of interest. I go on the 15. Yes, I want to see the next 15 minutes candle to sweep this low. Sorry, Nicole. I want to see, I don't need this one here. So I want to see this fair value gap to field, make a new C2, and I'm going to long from there. So we're going to have ideally this 15 minute fair value gap. And I want to see the next candle open, go low, sweep this, make a C2 on the 15 minutes candle, and I'm gonna looking for continuation inside the C3 to higher, and on the 1 minute time frame probably. Yeah. Look, we had a strong C3, so when we have a C2 and a strong C3, we anticipate a strong C4, right? But it didn't happen. It's like a small candle, like indecisive candle. So I want to see what? I want to see this M15 to close above this level. Beautiful. I want to see an open low high close. I want to see the price coming back to here to make a C2, and then I'm gonna enter long in a C3 M15 to target this high. Probably I'm gonna have my I'm gonna keep in mind, let's say that this is a 50% of the week. If there is no entry, then I won't enter. Here we go. So I want to see this to sweep. I want to see some sort of reaction here, because we had the C2 M15 here, so ideally we want to see a retrace, which is ideal to retrace here and make a C2 and then long Nasdaq. All right, I'm gonna close gold. I don't care gold, because I mean this can be a clean short, but I don't like when the close and the 50% of the whole range is so tiny that usually that's not a good idea. I'm looking for an entry on Nasdaq. You see, Nicole, probably we're gonna have a C3. Hey, Nilsson. So you long, congratulations. I'm still waiting for, I want to see the price coming back to my level. I want to see this one coming back here, and then I would long from here if I have a C2 and target this high and probably the pre-weekly high. So we will see. We will see. But I'm bullish as well. Let me see exactly. I don't like the SP 500, but it's already disrespected the C2, so it's fishy. It's slowing down inside this bearish OB. So I don't want to see swing formation here. Congratulations, the idea you put in break even, brother. That's nice. Always secure some profit. That's like how we should do. Just let's go, give us an entry. Tap. Da-da-dum. All right. That's okay. Let me see the 1 hour candle, and that was a 1 hour point of interest. I go on the 5-minute time frame. I don't need this information anymore. No manipulation back to my area, so no entry yet for me. There we go. Price open went higher. Yeah, I can use this as an OB. I don't like, but I can use. So confirmation was proper to going higher, and now we have this changing state of delivery. Price left open a fair value gap at the point of interest, so I will looking for the price to come back that area. And if I have a changing state of delivery, then I could long, but probably I do better if I looking for continuation on the 1 minute time frame. Here as well we had a C2. I don't need this here. Let's make it clean. Okay, price currently around the London high. I want to see the London high act as a resistance to push the price higher. But the problem is that the price is here now. Okay, I want to use this range from here to here. Okay, let me mark the changing state of delivery. Exactly, we don't have a changing state of delivery on SP500. Wow, wow, this is not cool. I don't like to use internet changing state of delivery. Nico, you see no changing state of delivery on SP500. Ay, ay. Alright, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I think at least like the next 10 minutes there is nothing. Alright, I'm back. Let me see what happened. Yeah, the high is coming, 720 probably. I want to see a retrace. I don't want to enter until I don't have any order block inside, because this low is not protected. So if the price is gonna go and take out the 720, then it's gonna reverse on us, right? So let me see the chart. Yeah, I don't. So if you see, Nico, there is only open this week, but there is no OB here, nothing. There's no protected low. This is not a protected low. This is inside the previous candle. So don't let the fame to trick you and you want to enter because of FOMO. You see the 15 minutes is expanded so bad. You see, this would be, you could have a win, yeah, but don't dwell on it because this is not ideal to trade, take. Look, if the price was to go previously high, we're gonna find the entry. Yeah, exactly. This is not part of my entry model, so I'm not touching. Another dive. Oh, this is a good song. I mean, 3 minutes can be fine if you use 30 minute. This is your 30 minute range. Wait, I want to see here. And did you have any manipulation into the 30 minutes candle? Let me annotate. See, no, M30 points of interest. Go on a 3 minute. 11 to 11:30. You had no manipulation either, so not even entry on the 30 minutes. This is the latest OB, and we had a fair value gap inside. So before it ideally wanna see the price retracing here and going higher, but price already swept this and closed above, so ideally I don't wanna see this to going lower than. So ideally you can have a long from here and target this high, but that's like I think that's a risky trade. Let me see my custom time frame. My heart is let me see the 3 minutes chart. What is my 3 minutes chart? Exactly. So that should be a protected low, and the price should go now 718 easily. So you could enter the retest now, Nicole, you see, and you can target this high. But we can see reaction from this 50% as well here. Let's just leave here like study purposes. I would much happier to see a sweep and then going higher. That's like how they can actually trap buyers. So no, oh no, yeah. Let me see, not in the trade, not in the trade. Exactly, fair value gap on the 15 minutes, fair value gap on the 5 minutes. This one has tested, but this one is empty, it's intact. Yeah, I mean, like, I even shouldn't trade anymore this week because I'm up 12 hours, but if there is a clean entry, I'm more than happy to take, but otherwise I just don't see, you know, why I should force, because this is not my entry model, and too high already. Yeah, but even let's say this is a 30. Let me put everything on the 3 minutes. I don't want to see on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, 15 minutes open now. We can try to frame something in this candle, right? That's still good. We have this open, went into, so maybe we can find entry on the 15 minute candle, Nicole, because it closed above on the 15 minutes, so I can go on the 1 minute time frame, and this is the next 50 minutes. So, and this is the last OB. Okay, opened. The next OB I can enter long and target this one. That will be way more than 2R easily, so I don't have to rush, right? So Nicole, on the 1 minute time frame, you see, right? M15 here. Let me put here the M15 candles. So you see close bullish, it opened, went lower, and now it's already higher than the previous. So I want to see a manipulation into this here. In this placement, close, I enter, put my stop loss here, and target 2R, and that's it. Or maybe higher because they're previously high. Or I will miss it and just gonna tape it. Yeah, juicy. Juicy long, I see, yeah. I wanna see a juicy long from here to here. Yeah, near zone, yeah, exactly, looks nice. Probably this 681 should be a protected low. So probably the high is coming, and then 81 should be protected. But that's not 2R. If you see, if you entered here, you put your stop loss here, and you target 2R. That should be, yeah, that would be here. 712. And it's because the 50% of the week is already set and close above, so this should be the area where we want to see a rejection and going higher. So let's see, Nicole, because what happened, this was respected, this place, this is not a OB. This one can be a OB, and I want to see a closure above this OB here, this OB, and then I would long something like this. Yeah, but I need a closure. I want to see the price is expanding from the POI and it's still tiptoeing. So, and we have this week, which means a pure sell. Orders were here, that's why a week. Let me see the 5 minutes time frame. Yes. Yeah, because it closed above the 50 minutes fair value gap. All right, I want to see a entry. Here we go, you see? Now it's coming to daddy. Now it's coming to daddy. Okay, so what happened? I want to see a fair value, I want to see an order block formed inside this. Let me put it back to the 1 hour. Inside this 1 hour candle. Here we go. Internal liquidity was taken on the 1 minute time frame, so probably we're gonna have a retrace or sweep. Any of them is good for us. Let's go back to my fair value gap. But I wanna see a small down move. Yeah, I want to see here, and then I want to frame. So what I want to see it's coming back here, make a new 15-minute C2 here, and I would long the C3, which would be a huge expansion towards this candle, because these failure swings gonna suck the price higher. Yeah, exactly. M15 C3 M1 continuation higher first. Protected order block. Yeah. Yeah. GG. Pum. 665 is coming probably. I wanna see a retest of the 665. Where is Tanya? She closed her trade already or what? Oh no, she's here. Let me see her trade. Yeah, let me see the last couple of minutes. Yeah, she put in break even. Okay. And just close the trade. Alright. Here we go. Nice reaction. We swap these lows and these Davis mark, and there is a fair value gap here. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, my back. Let me change to the 5 minutes time frame. Here we go, 5 minutes candle is gonna close 1.5 minutes. That can be actually a sweep of those lows into this fair value gap, and then probably the 720 is coming. But right now this is not ideal long because the risk reward is not that good. Yeah, but the problem with SP500 is just above this level, so we can anticipate what? We can anticipate a retrace and then going higher, right? Because that was the down close candles. But this one is not ideal either. This is like a consolidation. This is retrace higher, retrace higher, retrace higher, retrace lower. Yeah, probably it's coming. No, no, daddy, no. 30 more seconds, guys. I have a feeling it's gonna skyrocket to the pre-weekly high. I can see still like orders are the buy orders are getting eaten. Here we go. This should be a long and just I'm not entering, guys. This is like you go for 16 points and you're risking 31. So if you enter and you target this is the most obvious liquidity level here. The 718 probably is gonna be hidden, or it's gonna be hit, but the problem is that the price can do something like this and they're still valid, so I wouldn't risk my money. On the 1 minute time frame as well, we had the sweep. Yeah, probably the 718 is coming. Yeah, I want to see an aggressive move now, literally to 718. Yeah. And the SP500 still hasn't reached the level 75.16, so no entry. Let me see in a 15 minutes. Open the new 15-minute candle. This is my area. This should be my point of interest. On a 1 minute time frame. Here we go. The doll is really close, so I'm gonna go on the 1 minute time frame and trying to have a long, maybe on the 1 minute time frame. This is the absolute doll. Now the price retraced when it opened, went to manipulate it. So you see, guys, like That's the order block, right? The price opened, went lower into this point of interest, into this 1 minute fair value gap here. So, and try to expand, didn't happen. Now it's reversed before the high. So either way, we're gonna have something like this, or we're gonna have something like this, and a deeper retrace before it goes higher. Let me see the chart. Yeah, I mean, it can even just trap some buyers in here, so so let's see what and how this 1 minute fair value gap is gonna act. I think it's gonna push the price lower. Even like, I don't really want to see SP 500 left equal highs. We have a lot of failure swings here, so here we go, baby. I mean, this can be even a wide long from here, because this should be a protected low here, and you risk 24 to make a 2R, but it's really up to you, Nicole, if you want a long. It's really close. So like, you have like 30 points stop loss if you enter now, actually. So you enter, let's say here, you target 2R. This should be a protected as well, right? Because this is the first OB. But for me, the problem is that if I go on the lower time frame, I see consolidation again. And I'm not really a big fan of the consolidation. If the 5 minute is gonna close above the 708, then maybe, but this is like too thick. It's like much more like mitigation blocks. Because what happened? Swept this low into this fair value gap, expanded, close above. So that's your entry, Nicole, and that can be another entry here. If it closes above, I'm not really touching. So where is your entry point, Nicole? Where did you enter? So I can write here, that's Nicole. it's not me. 705. Okay, that's a bit high. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Nick. That's actually Nick. I think it's deep premium, so, and since the price opened here, it's actually again kind of consolidation. You see, like, so maybe we're gonna have something like this. I don't know. Hey, Inzactis, are you entered as well, Inzactis? Don't forget to post your entry rules, okay? Entry rules with check marks, so we can see what's going on. We can analyze your entry, both of you, please, so we can see why did you enter, what was the entry criteria, and you know, all other things like that. Let's go, give us another entry. I want to see expansion from here now. I want to see a displacement above that level, so I can enter as well here and target 2R. I want to enter somewhere here. I want to put my stop loss here. And I want to go for 2R. Maybe I'm going to put my stop loss here. Yeah, because if the price comes this low, then it's gonna take this low as well. Yeah, something like this. I don't like this reaction. I think we're gonna have a retrace at least 650. So this is a consolidation. All right, so at least I know this is a consolidation now. So that was a high, consolidation high, and that's a consolidation low. At least it's a retrace on SP 500. Displacement and retrace. And the problem is that this is a 5-minute. Damn. Fuck, it's not ideal, guys. Damn, I don't like. Just got a message. Bro, I'm trying to close all of my accounts and just a moment, guys. I'm back. Let me. Yeah, but I think it's consolidation, guys. Probably because we around at 12 o'clock. V-shaped consolidation. Yeah, I mean, but again, if you see what happened, you entered when actually SP500 reached the high, this high. And here it reached the 50%. And then this is cruel, it's almost reached the high, you see, and it stopped. It's so lame. But this is gonna be taken. Even the price wants to go lower, it should go higher before it goes lower. If it wants to go higher, then it should go lower than going higher. So I hope it's gonna happen, sweep and then going higher, so you can get out of your trade at a minimum profit and close it, and not like this, because that would be really bad. I'm just gonna short Nasdaq right now with 5 minutes and make $1 million in a second, or 15 minutes, right? I'm not sure if I should drink another cup of coffee. This price action is, dude, I'm so bored. Sorry for that. Yeah, this is a consolidation. Yeah, but you never know, because that was consolidation. It could happen exactly the same like happening right now. Dude, this quantum investing is really like crazy. That's crazy. Okay. I'm still waiting for this closure. I want to see what the price wants to do, and maybe I'm gonna have an entry. Oh, hope this wasn't a manipulation and it's gonna go your direction. So that was, if that was a manipulation, this should be a distribution. Do we have any M15? Yeah, hopefully that was an M15 and I can long from here. Let me see if I have an M15 C2. Let's see, both of the price has similar reaction from the M15 fair value gap and M15 C2 towards that high. I think because we have this bigger wick, price will not expand during this 15-minute candle, so ideally I want to see price to wait a bit. But if I have a closure above the 96, that actually confirm the C2 on the 15-minute time frame. Let me see the 30-minute time frame. That's a still continuation. Yeah, I want to see alright, I want to see a C2 here and target at least 2R this high. And I want to see a closure, open high, open low high, close candle on both, and I want to target 2R. I want to see expansion higher the next 15 minutes candle, which is going to be again the open of the new 1 hour candle. In that case, the 1 hour change to be bullish as well on SP 500 too. So let me go on the 1 minute time frame. I like this V-shaped reaction so far. I have still 6 more minutes, so give me a second. I'm gonna have a glass of water. All right, I'm back. Okay, let me see if I have a continuation entry. I don't need these informations here. I don't need this one either. That was a range low. I literally have no preference in Zactis. I just would like to capitalize on this up move to target 2R, and that's it. But for that I need a confirmation. I put the 15-minute on so I can see here. I want to see a 15-minute here as well. Okay. All right, 3 more minutes to see if we have any entry. This is the low. I wanna come on, dude. Don't give us the give us a M2, sorry, M15C2 on both. All right, I would like to see a C2 confirmation. But nothing yet. I want to see a close above this level, and then I want to see a retrace here as well. We had the closure, but Nasdaq didn't have the closure yet. Okay, almost there. Okay, so that was a low. Here, that was a low. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, not yet. And that was, so if the price, they should be open here. On SP 500 we have a closure, but on that's a problem, Nasdaq doesn't have any. So probably we're gonna have, here we go, the second entry inside this 50 minutes candle. Yeah. No, I'm just tape reading. You see, this reaction is not ideal. Oh yeah. You just came back for your music, right? Hoppa hoppa. No. You see, we don't have. So that manipulated lower. Then the C2 is not valid any. Yeah, he came back dancing. C2 is not valid anymore. So that's it, I guess. I'm gonna wrap up the live. It's 12 o'clock. The 1 hour time frame, dude. Oh shit, what we have. That's crazy. At least we had a 1 hour changing state of delivery finally on SP 500 as well. And that's it, nothing else. Yeah, I'm done. Probably this is gonna be a swing formation. Maybe the next 15-minute candle. You see this reaction on Nasdaq? That's crazy. Even SP 500. Make a new C2 here. But this is not my entry model, and still no closure on Nasdaq, okay? So if you wanna take a long, be careful. I mean, this is like a pure manipulation lower, but you see how many times you would burn yourself? Like once, twice, 3 times. So again, once. Now we have SMT, which is nice. So this is a SMT here as well, but still no closure, right? Here we have a closure, we don't have a closure. And what we want to do, we want a long which has a higher low after when we have a changing state of delivery, but we don't have, so no long, okay? 8 more seconds. You see? Nothing. Ideally would be great to see actually a SMT inside this M15 fair value gap, right? So that case I can frame long. I don't want to frame long. I think I'm gonna wrap up the live, guys. Do you have any question before I go? By the way, if you haven't liked the video, please don't forget to press the like. It's just a second for you, what helps a lot to grow the channel. If you're not a part of the Discord family, please find the link in the description and you can subscribe. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'm literally up 12.59 hour approx. I'm gonna share the details in my Discord with all the trades I took. And have an amazing rest of your day and an amazing rest of your weekend, guys. Ciao.